dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Now on NBC Palm Springs at 5, conservative activist Charlie Kirk assassinated in Utah this afternoon. Reaction from local politicians on both sides coming up.
Also, tomorrow is September 11th. We have a look at upcoming remembrance ceremonies taking place throughout the valley.
And we are tracking cool and dry conditions with temperatures 10 to 15 degrees below average. Your NBC Palm Springs starts now.
Now, this is NBC Palm Springs.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Olivia Sandusky.
And I'm Mark Messer. We start this evening with that breaking news. Conservative activist Charlie Kirk was shot and killed during an event in Utah today. That's tonight's top story. The 31-year-old, known for debating students on college campuses over political topics, was gunned down. There's the scene right there. This was the first stop in Kirk's fall speaking tour. Officials say a suspect shot him in the neck. It was a single shot fired from about 200 yards away. At this time, the Utah governor has confirmed a person of interest is in custody. They're currently being interviewed right now. No other details were made available.
And we have a live look from the White House tonight, where President Donald Trump has asked the flag to be flown at half-staff. The president sharing a post to Truth Social this afternoon that states in part, quote, "The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States of America in mind better than Charlie."
The political activist caught the eyes of millions through social media. His death today even affecting those right here in the Coachella Valley. Our Brett Rosen joins us live in studio with that story. Brett?
Mark, you're right. Charlie Kirk, a political activist for the Republican Party and the founder of Turning Point USA, a conservative nonprofit who goes to different high schools and college campuses to educate students. It's an organization that has garnered the attention of thousands, even right here in the Coachella Valley. This video was taken not even 3 months ago at the Student Action Summit, an event hosted by Turning Point USA. It was also the last event 19-year-old local Jacob Blodgett attended, hearing the founder, Charlie Kirk, speak. Today, Blodgett says the feeling of losing someone he looked up to, words just can't describe.
I've had the pleasure of hearing him a couple times speak. The big thing for me, I think, was he's bringing back critical thinking skills to our younger generation. Yeah, it was kind of a shock, obviously, when it hit, and I don't want to think about the fallout that's potential, but yeah, it's just kind of crazy.
Blodgett says seeing someone murdered for their beliefs is disturbing, and hopes to see a shift where politics and violence don't share the same realm.
Disappointment, I guess, that this is where we're at currently in the nation, and a hope that we would hopefully see that we need to go back to how it used to be, and where we respect human life above all things, because we should be able to share ideas, in America without resulting to violence. So
even politicians in the Coachella Valley are voicing their opinions on X. Republican Representative Ken Calvert sending his thoughts and prayers. Democratic Representative Dr. Raul Ruiz and Republican Assemblyman Greg Wallace, while on different sides of the political aisle, are both condemning the political violence, saying it has no room in this country. And now that Charlie Kirk is dead, Jacob Blodgett only hopes the same people that attended his Turning Point USA conferences would be the same to continue his legacy.
I would hope that this has the same effect as, when President Trump got shot, that people would actually rally to his side and realize that hopefully conservatives are on the side of freedom and sanity in this case, and his legacy would continue.
And not too long ago, Charlie Kirk's nonprofit Turning Point USA put out their statement asking everyone to keep his family and loved ones in their prayers. Live in studio, I'm Brett Rosen, NBC Palm Springs.
Brett, thank you. And we have more reaction today from residents here in the Coachella Valley after this deadly shooting. Here's what other locals are saying.
The whole thing is so sad. I listen to him quite often, and he seems like such a fair, honest man. And it's so sad what's happening in our country right now.
I think it's gotten out of control. And I'm tired of hearing that all these people that are not stable are going around committing these acts.
Everybody thinks that we have to shoot somebody because they have an opinion, and nobody wants to listen to anybody else's opinion.
We need to take the guns off the street everywhere. That way there is going to be more people here who are going to feel more safe.
Charlie Kirk is survived by his wife and young children. Now, we've been streaming the latest developments and press conferences online, our website, NBCPalmSprings.com, as well as on our social media. You can head to those platforms for more information as this story develops.
The Palm Springs City Council will address the QueerWorks civil grand jury report this evening. It'll be at their city council meeting, which starts at 5:30 tonight. On the agenda is a review of the Riverside grand jury report on Palm Springs' handling of grants. This stemming from the indictment of QueerWorks CEO Jacob Ravtovsky. He allegedly pocketed more than $90,000 in funds that were intended to provide services for the LGBTQ+ community, specifically a universal basic income pilot program. The grand jury report found that the city, quote, lacked adequate policies and procedures for processing and monitoring grants and contracts, end quote. The grand jury report included new comprehensive guidelines for grants and contracts for the city to implement.
And tonight, Palm Springs Mayor Ron DeHart releasing a statement that reads in part, quote, the grand jury's report underscores the very shortcomings our team identified and has already fixed. While different figures have been cited regarding the QueerWorks matter, what matters is that the city identified weaknesses in its oversight and has since enacted sweeping reforms to ensure taxpayer dollars are never at risk again.
The Palm Springs Police Department is expanding with a new facility in the downtown area. On September 30th, officers invite you to attend the grand opening of the downtown substation. It's on Museum Drive. If you'd like to learn more about the new station, it'll provide a better access point for downtown residents to report incidents and to get help.
Let's take a break from the headlines on this Wednesday evening, bring you a live look outside our Agua Caliente casino camera out in Rancho Mirage. The sun looking awfully large as it starts to make its descent there. We'll check in with Kai Beach tonight, man. The temperatures felt fantastic, and I feel like you've got some more good news for us.
Great news. This morning I went on for our bike ride around 6 o'clock. I almost put on a little sweater. Cool, dry conditions, temperatures 10 to 15 degrees below average. Right now, Palm Springs International, 95 degrees at humidity, 17%. High temperatures around the valley. Let's work our way up the hill. Yucca Valley, 78, 29 Palms, low 90s. Here on the valley floor, East End, Coachella, 96 degrees. West End, Palm Springs, we're looking at 95. We continue west, Banning 76, and Whitewater, we're looking at 80 degrees. Wind gusts right now, Palm Desert 13, Whitewater 15. So it is a little breezy out there, but it's also pretty cool for this time of year. Tonight's evening stroll, it's going to be nice. 6 o'clock, under 90, 8 o'clock, mid 80s. By 10 o'clock, high 70s, and at midnight, we're in the 60s. I know, that's pretty cool for us here in the desert. Temperatures across the country, Denver, the mile-high city, 92 degrees, Dallas, 91. Our friends in Minneapolis, Minnesota, 74, Seattle, 72. And in the Bay, we're looking at 69 degrees, and they are experiencing a lot of humidity. Low temps for tonight, Indio, 70, Palm Springs, 69. Take a look at Big Bear, that's just 2 hours away. Just above freezing. That sounds really nice. The reason why this is happening, we have a low pressure system from Northern California working its way down. That's going to cool down temperatures over the next few days. Take a look at that 3-day forecast. Thursday and Friday, both in the 90s, but by Saturday, back in those triple digits and those overnight lows in the low 70s. I'll have a full forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, Kai, thanks for that. Tomorrow, millions across the country will hold ceremonies for those who lost their lives in the 9/11 attacks. And here in the Coachella Valley, that's no different, as several gather to reflect and pay tribute starting as early as 8:30 tomorrow morning at a local memorial. Our Tiani Jadalai joins us live in Palm Springs tonight at the Palm Springs Fire Department. She has details on when and where this will take place. Tiani?
Mark, tomorrow morning, the city of Palm Springs and the Palm Springs Fire Department will host one of several community events honoring those who lost their lives during 9/11. Here in Palm Springs, they'll host it at Fire Station 2 in front of their memorial. It's something they do every year and will include a performance by a New York firefighter and his daughter. Captain Ronnie Skyberg with the Palm Springs Fire Department suggests people arrive 15 minutes early at about 8:15 a.m. Several members of the department will partake in the remembrance, and all are welcome to gather in the cul-de-sac on North El Cielo. Community members will be able to view the display that remains outside of the fire department, which includes a piece of steel from one of the Twin Towers. Here's what Captain Skyberg had to say about tomorrow's memorial.
What we're looking for is to have the community come out here. The goal for us, the mission for us tomorrow is for us to never forget. Simple as that. I've got a daughter, 7-year-old, and a 5-year-old, and I'm trying to teach them this is what occurred, this is why it occurred, and this is why we memorialize this event to ensure that everybody in the future generations continue to hold on to the event that took place, because it was bad.
That's not the only memorial taking place. Several others as well, including in Indio. They're hosting a ceremony at Miles Park. There will be a groundbreaking ceremony for a new 9/11 memorial at the park. It's a 12-foot steel artifact from the former World Trade Center. Again, that's at 9 in the morning. In La Quinta, the city will host a candlelight vigil at 7 o'clock in the evening at Civic Center campus. And of course, in Palm Springs as well, a mass will take place at 9 a.m. to remember victims, including Barbara Keating, who was a Coachella Valley resident. Of course, we'll continue to cover all ceremonies and memorial that will take place tomorrow morning and throughout the day across the Coachella Valley here on NBC Palm Springs. Live in Palm Springs, I'm Tiani Jadaling. We'll send it back to Mark and Olivia in studio.
Tiani, thank you. In more local news tonight, the Healthy Desert, Healthy Youth Summit arrives in the Valley tomorrow. This two-a-day event features a number of panels and speakers tackling local health issues. Some of the topics that will be covered include air pollution, water quality, and environmental justice. I'll be moderating a panel that focuses on the health and environmental concerns surrounding the Salton Sea. That panel starts at 3:30. We'll analyze potential local job growth and water use, as well as lithium extraction and its impacts on the region. We'll have live coverage of the summit tomorrow. The event runs through Friday evening, and we'll have all the details.
Coming up next here on NBC Palm Springs, the Palm Springs Unified School District's newest fundraisers coming soon over at the Palm Springs Air Museum. We have the details next.
And later on in sports, we'll learn more about Shadow Hills, how they're supporting their deaf and hard of hearing athletes. That's ahead, so stay with us.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news.
Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 5.
If you've ever dreamed of experiencing the romance, art, and energy of Paris, well, you don't have to travel far. The Foundation for Palm Springs Unified School District invites you to its One Night Out Paris celebration.
Tonight, our PSUSD contributor, Marion Bouchot, shares more about this event that's helping make a difference in the classroom.
This is the Foundation's 4th One Night Out event, and each year brings a brand new experience. This year, the spotlight is on the City of Lights, Paris, all with the purpose of supporting our students.
It's a party with a purpose. French-inspired entertainment, live music, dining, and dancing. The Palm Springs Air Museum is turning into a night in Paris. But behind all the glam is a mission to support about 19,000 students in Palm Springs Unified.
So you will walk into the Air Museum and you are going to feel enchanted, as if you're walking the streets of Paris. You will see cafes, you will see musicians, you'll see artists. I mean, all kinds of things that you would imagine around the Eiffel Tower, Moulin Rouge, Notre Dame.
Alan Goodman, the director of the PSUSD Foundation, is leading the team of district alumni behind the event. Every year, they bring a new unique experience to the Valley.
Because of our sponsors, every single ticket sale can go to the classroom, right? So our goal is for our sponsors to help us take care of the underwriting of the event so that the community that buys tickets, they can have the impact of the classroom.
Barton CPA is one of this year's sponsors. For owner Dee Wilson Barton, it's personal. Her kids grew up in PSUSD, and now she wants to support the next generation.
But now my staff's children are going through the school district, and I have hired interns from the high school. And I am looking for this school district to educate my future employees.
All the money made from ticket sales from the event goes towards things like classroom grants, field trips, and programs that help students excel.
They're filling in the missing pieces in our district so that our children get access to these amazing programs that help elevate them and lift them into the lives they want to have.
At the end of the day, it's about celebrating community, culture, and giving back.
This is a super fun event. So not only are we doing something that's important to our community, but we are having a great time while we're doing it.
One Night Out Paris will be held Saturday, October 4th from 7 to 10 p.m. at the Palm Springs Air Museum. General admission is $50 and VIP is $100. So make sure to get your tickets before they sell out over at onenightoutparis.com. We'll make sure to see you there. Marion Bouchot, NBC Palm Springs.
Marion, thank you. Some news across the country. At least 3 students were shot this afternoon at Evergreen High School in Colorado. The shooter is a student at the school who officials say used a revolver handgun to shoot fellow students. That's the latest update from the sheriff's office tonight. The students and shooter have been transported to a hospital. Evergreen High School was placed on a lockdown this afternoon, was in the process of being cleared. The school district at that time asking people to stay away from the scene.
We're giving you a live look tonight from our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera here on this Wednesday evening. We're going to look at your end of week forecast with our Kai Beach when we come right back. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back, everyone. Happy Wednesday evening. We're taking a live look at the Walter Clark Legal Cam, Highway 111, beautiful city of Rancho Mirage. I was at P.F. Chang's right there just a few hours ago. I'll have a story on that coming up this weekend. As for the weather today, let's take a look. The high 95 degrees, normally 104, so we are below average when it comes to highs, but also overnight lows. Take a look at that. Normally 75. Tonight it's going to be 69 degrees. In addition to that, it's pretty dry out there, especially compared to last week. Dew point relative humidity, we're looking around 20%. High temps today, east end of the valley, Indio, 99. Palm Springs, 95. Up the hill, Joshua Tree, 80. And in Big Bear City, 69 degrees. For the lows tonight, Big Bear, wow. Look at that, just above freezing, 38 degrees. Idlewild, 52. Palm Desert, 71. And in Thousand Palms, 73 degrees. Morning walk forecast. It's going to be nice. Went on a bike ride this morning. Almost put on a little thin sweater. 6 o'clock, we're looking at 69 degrees. 8 o'clock, mid-70s. And by noon, we're at 87 degrees. Future wind potential today, we saw wind gusts of nearly 40 miles an hour in Whitewater. Those do start to taper down as we head into the weekend, and unfortunately, those temperatures do start to rise. High temps for tomorrow. Lows, we're looking at Beaumont and Idlewild in the 70s. That's right, in the 70s. Highs, we're looking at Palm Springs 96, Rancho Mirage 99, La Quinta, and Palm Desert Cathedral City all 98 degrees. The reason we're seeing this cooler temperatures, low pressure system working its way down from northern California, hopefully going to provide some rain for those wildfires. On the coast, we could see some AM fogs and some morning showers here. It's going to be warm, it's going to be breezy, but it's going to be below average for the next few days. Take a look at this. Just a few days away from fall and about 2 months away from daylight savings time. 7-day forecast brought to you by Comfort Air. Thursday and Friday, both in the 90s. Temperatures rise back to triple digits as we head into the weekend, and those overnight lows go from low 70s to high 70s.
They say dogs are the NBC Palm Springs Sports Desk with Tim O'Brien. Brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Oh, welcome back. Friday night football, all about the roar of the crowd and the energy in the stands. But at Shadow Hills High School, two athletes are proving the game is about much more than sound. Caitlin Kelly has the story.
This is what game day is like for Shadow Hills deaf and hard of hearing athletes Zakiah Mason and Jonathan Moyotel. But for them, their energy isn't pulled from the roar of the crowd. It comes from within.
So I wanted to join because I wanted to try, I really like dancing. When I grew up, I've always liked music and dancing. I like the feel of the beat of music.
For Zakiah, the beat is felt through movement. For Jonathan, the rhythm of the game comes from the field itself, playing on special teams for the Shadow Hills football team.
When I play football here at Shadow Hills High School, it makes me feel like all the people come and they watch and they have fun. And they watch the game, and everyone, they come to watch me and see me. And I've been playing since I was a freshman. And people are happy to come see me and watch me play here at Shadow Hills High School.
Both Zakiah and Jonathan refuse to let being deaf limit them. And Shadow Hills High School supports their success with one of the Valley's strongest programs for deaf and hard of hearing students, alongside a top-tier American Sign Language curriculum.
So we are the only high school in the entire desert that has a deaf and hard of hearing program. 4 years ago, we started offering American Sign Language as a foreign language. The kids can take as an alternative to Spanish. And it has just opened up our campus for our deaf students here to be able to communicate with anyone on campus.
Well, I used to think that a lot of the deaf kids were not really sociable. They would always keep to themselves, but now that I've been able to talk to them and learn about them, they're very outgoing and very sociable and really fun to talk to.
This Friday, Zakiah and Jonathan will take the field for Shadow Hills' homecoming game, showing that true strength isn't measured by sound and that determination can speak volumes. Caitlin Kelly, NBC Palm Springs.
Well, you can catch Zakiah and Jonathan in action this Friday when the Knights host Desert Hot Springs. That'll do it in sports. I'm Tim O'Brien.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more. NBC Palm Springs News. Even astronauts tune in.
All right, finally tonight, there is a new flavor for the legendary candy that melts in your mouth, not in your hand. Honey roasted peanut M&Ms have arrived. According to the company, the M&Ms combine the, quote, perfect blend of crunch with a touch of honey sweetness. The new flavor will be a permanent member of the M&Ms lineup. In addition to the classic plain and peanut M&Ms, other flavors include pretzel, peanut butter and jelly, cookies and cream, caramel, and chocolate pumpkin pie.
Honey roasted. I'm surprised they haven't done this already. It sounds like a natural.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe rotisserie chicken M&Ms.
Rotisserie chicken M&Ms.
Yeah, that's
Bring that up to the bosses.
Let me know how that tastes, guys.
Yeah,
We'll take your
I
word
like
for it. All right, that's going to do it for us. Nightly News is next, and we're back here at 6 with the latest local headlines. We'll see you then.